everyone, Amanda here. Today we're going to be doing a full body dumbbell workout. So let's get started with a warm up. We're going to warm up with some hamstring curls, kicking the heel up toward the back of the thigh, squeezing the hamstrings here, pulling the shoulder blades back, bracing the core, lift through that chest, abs in. 2 more, and then let's take it into crossover knees. So we're crossing that knee over, elbow toward the knee, twisting through the core, breathing through this. Keep it up. Up next, let's take this into a set of heel jacks. So we're going to raise our shoulders, extending and squeezing as we tap our heel out, side to side. Keep breathing through. You got it. We're going to keep our heels moving in the same direction, and this time we're going to take it into a bicep curl. Squeeze it up, elbows in tight, pump those biceps at the top. You got this. Really squeezing, warming up through those arms. Up next, let's take this into a chest opener. So we're going to tap that toe back as we pull the shoulder blades back, opening up the chest, breathing evenly. Nice big stretch through the shoulders and the pecs. And lastly, we're going to take it into a side-to-side reach. Reach across, stretching through the back of the shoulder blade and the mid-back. Exhale as you reach out. And shake it out. All right, let's get started with our dumbbells. We're going to start off with a deadlift. So I'm going to be using my 25-pound dumbbells for this. Feet are going to be shoulder width apart. And we're going to perform a set of 12. So feet are shoulder width apart, heels pressed into the floor, weights in front of the body. Just gently roll those shoulder blades back so the chest is lifted. Ready? Let's hinge forward from the hips. So we're going to hinge forward, keeping the dumbbells close to the body, and then lift back up. So we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're keeping the heels pressed into the floor, pushing the glutes back, getting that stretch in the hamstrings. Abs are pulled in. Keep this up. 8 down. We've got 4 more here. Hinge from the hips, back up. Chest is out, back is flat. We've got 2 more. 2 and 1. In between, we're going to take this into a twisting shoulder press. So I'm going to switch out to my 15s. Standing with feet wider than shoulder width, starting with palms facing in. From here, we're going to take our right hand, pivot to the left side, turn, and then pivot to the right side. So let's brace through the core. Let's start with the right. Ready? Let's go for 12. 1, pivoting on the toe. 2, twisting through the core. 3, lift up nice and high. 4, abs are in here. 5, stay steady through your trunk on the press. You got this. Keep pushing here. You got it. 2 more. 1 left here. And lower it down. We're going to take it back into deadlifts. This time we're going for a set of 10. So grab those heavier dumbbells. Feet shoulder width apart. Slight bend in the knees. Roll your shoulder blades back. Lift that chest. Let's go for 10 here. Hinge from the hips. 10. Breathe through. 9. Press the heels into the floor. 8. Keep your chest out. 7. Abs are in here. 6. Breathe through it. 5. Keep it up. 4. Back is flat, chest is out. 3. 2, and 1. Let's lower it down. Take it back to our medium dumbbells for our twisting shoulder press. Once again, this time we're going for 10. Feet are wide, palms are in. Lift the chest. Start with the right hand. Ready? Let's pivot to the left. 10. Over to the right. 9. 8. Strong core here. 7. Brace the abs. 6. Breathe through it. 5. 4. 3. Pivot on that toe. 2. Slow on the lowering phase. 1. Lower it down. One more round. Deadlifts for 8. So let's take it back to our heavier weight here. Feet shoulder width apart. Slight bend in the knees. Roll the shoulder blades back. Pull the abs in. Let's go. Hinge forward and up. Hinge forward. Exhale up. We're inhaling down, keeping the back flat and the chest out. Get that nice big stretch in the hamstring at the bottom of the movement. 3 more. Keep this up. You can do it. 1 left. And up. Lower those weights down. 1 more set of twisting shoulder press. So, feet are wide, palms are in. Lift the chest. Let's start with that right hand twisting left. Here we go. 8. Breathe through. 7. Slow controlled lowering. 6. Don't rush through. 5. Fully extend. 4. Look to the side. 3. Chest is lifted. 2. Breathe through. 1. All right, lower it down. So we're gonna take it to our next round. We're gonna go into a squat and a side bend. Our squat is going to be a goblet squat. So once again, for this, I'm going to be using a 25. I'm going to use the 25 for both exercises, but I'll give you time to switch out your weight if you need to. So in our goblet squat here, we're going to hold the head of the dumbbell nice and tight in toward the chest. Walk those feet out wide. The knees should be pointing in the same direction as the toes. Lift through the chest, slight bend in the knee to start, and we're gonna lower into that squat. Ready? Let's go for 12. 1. Press through the heels. 2. Keep the chest lifted. 3. Squeeze the glutes. 4. Breathing through it. 5. Back is flat, chest is out. Keep your abs in. We're going to inhale down, exhale up. 2 more here. Inhale, exhale, 1 more. Back up. So we're going to switch out that weight. Use a different size if you need to. We're going to be going into a side bend. So feet shoulder width apart. We're going to hold the dumbbell in the right hand with our left hand just behind our ear. Lift the chest, and we're going to crunch to the side. Let's do 12 on the right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze your core. 4. Abs are in. 5, 6. Squeeze those obliques. Keep it up. Breathe through it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. And 12. All right, let's take this over to the other arm. Standing tall, slight bend in the knees, shoulder blades back. Here we go for 12. 1, 2, crunching through that core. 3, 4, abs are in. 5, 6, focus on the obliques here. 7, 8, really working those sides. 9, 10, 2 to go, 11, and 12. All right, let's lower it down. Switch out your weight for that goblet squat. So pull that in nice and tight to the chest. Walk those feet out. Pull the shoulder blades back. Let's go into 10 squats. Here we go. 10. Press to the heels. 9. So keep the weight shifted on the heel rather than the toe in that squat. Squeeze the glutes. Keep your chest lifted and your abs in. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, lower that weight down. Switch it out for your side bend weight. We're on 10 reps this time. Feet shoulder width apart. Set that other hand just behind your ear. Shoulder blades back. Let's go for 10. 10. 9. Breathe through it. 8. Brace your core. 7. Come back up to that upright position in between. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch it out. Over to the left, standing tall, slight bend in the knees, shoulder blades back. Let's go. 10. Squeezing those obliques. You got this. 7, 6. It's a small movement, but I want you to focus on the crunch here. You're squeezing your core and then pulling yourself back up. 1 more. And lower it down. 1 more round of goblet squats. 8 reps. Pick up that dumbbell, hug it in tight to the chest. Walk those feet out, shoulder blades back. Let's go for 8. Nice and low. 8. Chest is up. 7. Press to those heels. 6. Abs in here. 5. 4. Keep this going. 3. Nice and low in those squats. 2. And 1. One last round of our side bends. So standing tall, 8 on each side. Starting on the right. Let's go. 8. 7. 6. Brace your core here. You can do it. 3, 2, and 1. Over to the other side. Standing tall, last 8. 8. Water break after this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lower those dumbbells down. Grab some water here, take a breather. Up next, bent over rows and lateral raises. So for my bent over row, it's going to be a single arm row. I'm going to be doing a 15-pound dumbbell. In between, I'm going to use my 5s to into lateral raises. So single dumbbell here. I'm going to start on my right arm. So right arm forward, right leg back, chest lifted. Push the chest out so the back is flat, and let's start with 12. Ready? Here we go. 1. Keep your hips and shoulders square. 2, to the floor. 3, try not to rotate through your trunk on that lift. Try to stay as steady as you can as you pull. Get that elbow up nice and high on the pull. So you're squeezing the shoulder blade back. 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it over to the other side. So back is flat, chest is out, and we're gonna push the chest out so the bum is lifted. Let's go for 12. 1, 2, exhale up, inhale down. A common mistake in the row is to curl the wrist at the same time as pulling, but we want to leave that wrist in a neutral position. Imagine like you're holding a grocery bag. That grocery bag is hanging straight down. So we're not curling as we're lifting. We're not bending at the wrist. We're just allowing the grocery bag to hang where the dumbbell would be. 2 more. Squeeze that shoulder blade back. 1 more here. Lower it down. All right, I'm gonna go to my 5s here. We're gonna go into a lateral raise. So, feet shoulder width apart, just a slight bend in the knees. Roll the shoulder blades back so the chest is lifted. Palms are facing in at my sides. So I'm going to bring it up to my upper arm is parallel to the floor. and back down. Let's go for 12. Ready? Here we go. Exhale up. 1. Inhale down. Stand tall. 2. Breathe through this. 3. And a common mistake with the lateral raise is that we end up using our legs. If the weight is too heavy, then we'll hoof the weight up with the legs rather than staying steady through the core and the legs and lifting with the shoulders. So really focusing on those shoulders here. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and then lower down. 3 more. 3. Lower down. 2. Lower it down. And 1. And down. All right, let's go take it back to our rows with the right hand. So stagger the stance, back flat, bum lifted, chest out. Let's go for 10. Pull and down. Remember to keep the hips and the shoulders square to the floor on that pull. Try not to twist through the core or the spine on the lift. 3 to go here. 3. Get that elbow up high. 2. Keep the wrist neutral. 1. Lower it down. Switch sides. 10 reps here. Here we go. 10. Really pulling the shoulder blade back on that lift. Squeeze and down. Lift up and squeeze and down. You got it. 6. Breathe through. Exhale up. Lower down. You got it. 2 more. 2. 1. Lower the side down. We're going to take it back to our lateral raises. I'm going to use my 5s here. Feet shoulder width apart. Set the shoulder blades back. Just a slight bend in the knees. Let's go for 10. 10. Breathe through this. Exhale up. 9. Pause to get that squeeze at the top. 8. Try not to rush through the lowering phase. It's a slow, controlled lowering. Moving with gravity. Exhale up. Inhale down. 4 more. 4. Exhale up. 3. Inhale down. Strong core. 2. 1 more here. 1. Lower it down. All right. 1 more round of rows. I'm going to take it back to my 15-pound weight here. Back is flat. Chest is out. Let's row for 8. Here we go. 8. Strong core. 7. Pull that elbow back, but make sure that you're not curling at that wrist. Picture the shopping bag hanging down next to your leg. Try to keep the bag steady so you're not curling up as you're pulling. 2 more. 2 and 1. Over to the other side. Last 8 of these. Flat back, chest out. Here we go. 8. 7. Chest out, flat back. 6. Breathe through it. 5. Lift up nice and high. 4. Try not to rotate. 3. Keep the neck neutral. 2. And 1. 1 more lateral raise. Let's lower that weight down. Take it to our lighter weights. Feet shoulder width apart. Roll the shoulder blades back. Lift through the chest. Let's go for 8. 8. Squeeze it up. 7. Pausing at the top to pull the shoulder blades back and together. 5. Exhale up. 4. Breathe through it. 3. You're almost there. 2. Keep this up. 1 left. 1. And lower it down. So grab a water break here. Take a breather. And we'll take it to our next round. So up next, we're going to take this into an overhead lunge. So I'm going to use 1 5-pound dumbbell. So I'm going to give myself a bit of space. So I'm going to start out with the dumbbell in my right hand, which means I'm going to lunge forward with my left side. So I'm going to lift the dumbbell up And from here, I'm going to step forward into the lunge and back up. We're going to do 6 on the left, 6 on the right, and that will be our set of 12. So standing tall, pull that arm back, shoulder blades are back, chest is lifted. Let's lunge forward. Here we go. 6, push back up. 5, try to stay steady through the trunk. 4, pause at the bottom of the movement. 3, then push off the front leg heel. 2, one more here. 1. Let's take this over to the other side. So we're going to lift up, lift the chest, set the shoulder blades back, pull the abs in, and let's get ready to lunge forward with our right leg. Here we go. 6, breathe through it. 5, abs in here. 4, pause at the bottom. 3, push off that front leg heel. 2, one more, and 1. All right, let's lower this down. We're going to take this into a tricep kickback. So I'm going to use 2 5-pound dumbbells. So feet are going to be shoulder width apart. We're going to fold forward from the hips, lift the elbows up high, and we're going to extend back. So once again, we're going to fold forward, lift up, chest is out, back is flat. Let's go for 12. 1, extending back. 2, breathe through this. 3, 4, don't let those elbows drop. 5, really extending the back of the upper arm, squeezing the tricep. 4 more here. 4, 3, keep those elbows up. 2, and 1. All right, lower the dumbbell down. 1 light dumbbell for our overhead lunges. I'm starting out with that right hand. So I'm going to lunge forward with my left, lift the chest, roll the shoulder blades back, slight bend in the knees. Let's get ready to step forward. We're going for 5. 5, pausing at the bottom. 4, try not to let your arm creep forward. You want to stay back next to the ear. 2, one more here. 1, and lower it down. Let's switch it out. Take it to the other side, extend up nice and high, shoulder blades back. Let's go into that lunge. Here we go. 5, breathe through this. 4, prevent that arm from creeping forward. 3, stay balanced through the trunk. 2, push off the front leg heel. 1, back to our tricep kickbacks. Let's take it to 10 this time. So feet shoulder width apart, fold forward, lift the elbows up, back is flat. Let's go for 10. 10, really pausing to squeeze at the top. Don't let those elbows drop down. We want that full extension of the elbow here to push back. Breathe through it. 3 more. 3, abs are in. 2, and 1. All right, lower it down. Another round of overhand lunges. So bring that right arm up, shoulder blades are back. We're gonna lunge forward with the left. Here we go for 4. 4, pausing at the bottom. 3, stay upright through the chest. 2, push off that front leg heel. 1, other side. Lift up, shoulder blades back. Here we go. Step forward. 4, sink down into that lunge, nice and low. 3, targeting that glute. 2, don't let that elbow drop down. 1, and lower that arm. 1 more round of kickbacks. Feet shoulder width apart. Fold forward, lift up, and let's extend for 8. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, elbows up high. You got this. 4, 3, really squeezing. 2, 1. All right, lower it down. Grab a water break here. Catch a breather. Short little recovery before we go to our next round. So up next, we're going to go into curls. For this, we're going to be doing something called a Zottman curl. In the Zottman curl, I'm going to curl with my palms up. At the top of the movement, I'm going to rotate and then slowly lower down. This is going to feel more challenging than your regular dumbbell curl, so you might want to use the same weight and go slowly, but if you need to, you can lighten the weight and use a lesser load. So I'm going to be using 15s for this. Feet shoulder width apart. Roll the shoulder blades back. We're going to start with those palms facing in, just a slight bend in the elbows. And we're going to curl, turn the palms down, and lower. Turn them up, curl, turn, and lower. Let's keep this going. Going for 12 here. Curl, turn, slowly lower. This is going to feel pretty challenging for the forearms. So after this first set, if you are finding the weight to be a little too heavy, you can switch out your weight for a lighter one. If you're using 15s, go down to 10s, etc. Nice and easy here. Try to stay steady. Avoid the urge to let your shoulders cave forward. Back is flat, chest is lifted. Nice and slow. 3 more. It should feel pretty tough compared to your regular bicep curl. 2 more here. Turn, lower. There's 1 more. Curl, turn, and lower. All right, let's lower this down. So we're going to take this into a rear delt fly. Shoulders are going to get pretty tired on this combo. So I'm going with 5s on my rear delt fly. Feet shoulder width apart, folding forward. So I'm going to start with my weights in front of my legs, palms facing in, and then pull and squeeze at the top. Ready? Fold forward, back flat. Let's go for 12. 1, pausing and squeezing. 2, pull the shoulder blades back and together on that lift. Breathe through this. Exhale up. Inhale down. That's 6. We're halfway. Keep it up. 5, 4. Exhale up. 3. Almost there. 2. And 1. All right, lower it down. So we're going for 10 this time on our Zottman curls. Select a lighter weight if you need to. If your shoulders are getting very tired, I'm going to stick with my 15s for this set. So feet are shoulder width apart. Roll the shoulder blades back. Start with those palms facing in. Let's curl for 10. So we're going to curl, turn, and lower. Really slow, controlled lowering. Curl, turn, lower. Try to squeeze your glutes here and press the heels into the floor. That's going to help you maintain that posture and help you prevent the shoulders from caving forward. Breathe through this. Exhale up. Inhale down. You got it. Exhale up. Squeeze those glutes. 2 more here. Turn, lower. 1 more. Curl, turn, lower. All right, lower this down. We're gonna go back to our delt flies. Just shake out those arms. If you need a little break, we're gonna go for 10 delt flies here. Feet shoulder width apart. Fold forward, palms are facing in, back is flat. Here we go. 10. Lift up and squeeze. 9. Keep your weight on your heels, chest out. Breathe through this. Slow on the lowering phase. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze those shoulders. You got it. 4 more. 4. 3. You can do this. 2. Almost there. 1. All right, lower it down. So my shoulders are pretty fatigued here. On this last set of 8, I'm going to switch out for 10s on the Zombie curls. So feet shoulder width apart, roll the shoulder blades back. Let's go into that curl. We're gonna curl, turn, slowly lower. That's 8. Curl, turn, lower. 7. Curl, turn, lower. Shoulders and forearms should be exhausted here. Breathe through this. Just a few more reps to push through. 4. Curl, turn, lower. 3. Curl, lower. That's 2. One more. And 1. All right, shake out those arms. One more round of delt flies for 8 reps. I'm gonna go back to my 5s here. Feet are shoulder width apart. Let's fold forward, palms facing in. Here we go. 8. Squeezing at the top. 7. Back is flat, chest is out. 6. Exhale up. 5. Breathe through this. 4. Keep this going. 3. You're almost there. 2. 1. All right, lower it down. Grab a water break. Shake it out. Now we're going to take this to the floor on a mat. So you can roll up a beach towel if you don't have a mat. We're just getting something to support the knees. So I'm going to be placing my mat on the floor. And we're going to go into a core exercise where we're going to kneel on one knee. So if you've got that beach towel, go ahead, fold it up, place it under the knee for support. But we are going to be going into a double kneeling position in between. Give yourself a little bit of space because we're going to walk the leg out in front of the mat. So I'm going to be using my 5 here. So I'm going to bring my right leg forward, lifting through the chest. And from here, I'm going to transfer that dumbbell over to my right hand. I'm going to lift up nice and high. And from here, I'm going to turn, touch my hand down to the floor, keeping my arms straight. I'm going to look up to my thumbs and my fingers, and then I'm going to rotate back up. So we're going to do 6 on each side. Ready? Here we go. Turn slowly, touch the hand down, and then turn and pivot back up. And this does take a lot of balance. So we're turning, pivoting, and then lifting back up. Turning slowly, touching down, lifting back up. Shoulders are tired here, so this is gonna feel pretty challenging. Try not to just dip down like I just did. You're actively lowering and raising. Lower and up. All right, let's take it down. Over to the other side. So left leg comes out, left arm extended, lift through the chest. The other hand is at our side. So let's turn, look, touch down, and then rotate back up. Turn, touch the hand down, rotate, and back up. We're stabilizing through the trunk as we're turning. Keep this going. Breathe through, try to keep that arm extended. One more here. Turn, touch down, and up. In between, we're gonna take this into a kneeling bicep curl. Now, if your arms are fatigued, I want you to take that into an alternating curl. If you feel like you can do both arms at the same time, that's all right. So I'm gonna do my 15s here. And the goal here is to stay as steady as we can. So kneeling position, set the shoulder blades back, and we're going to curl, turning the palms up, and then lower. So chest is lifted, feet, the top of the feet is on the floor, so the shoelaces are touching the floor. So we're not using our feet for balance. Ready? Here we go. For 12. 1, nice and slow. 2, this does take a lot of core strength. 3, to stay steady in that curl. It's going to feel like you're going to wobble a little bit through the trunk. Try to keep that chest lifted. Squeeze the glutes to stay stabilized. Those toes can't help you at all by shifting your weight because the shoelaces are on the floor. Breathe through, breathe through. You got this. 3 to go. Biceps should be tired here. 2 left. 1 more. And 1. All right, let's lower this down. So once again, just give yourself a little bit of space in front of the mat because we're gonna bring the leg forward. Sorry, my right leg forward. So starting off in that right hand, lift through the chest, palm out the side. Here we go for 5. 5. Twist and look back up. 4. It's slow and controlled. 3. Squeezing the obliques. 2. 1 more here. 1. And back up. So if you're not a fan of crunches on the mat, exercises like this are a great alternative for working your core. Ready? Let's go for 5. Touch down, look up to the thumb, back up. Touch down, look up to the thumb, back up. Brace through the abs, squeezing the obliques. 2 more here. Keep that arm extended. 1 more. Twisting and up. All right, let's lower this down. Bicep curls are next, 10 reps. Once again, I'm gonna go with my 15s. So my toes are not on the floor, my feet are flat. So stay steady, roll the shoulder blades back, pull the abs in, let's curl for 10. Here we go, 10. So this is working our arms, but we're also working all those stabilizer muscles. We're balancing, staying as steady as we can. Pull those abs in tight. Squeeze the bicep and back down. Exhale up. Back down. You got this. Keep it going here. 4. Slowly lower. 3. Almost there. 2. Keep this going. 1 more rep here. 1. Lower it down. All right. 1 more round of our windmill side bends. So right leg comes forward, dumbbell in the right hand, lift up nice and high, just 4 here. Ready? Here we go. Twist, look to your thumb, back up. Twist, look to your thumb, and back up. And with this one, slowly lower. Try not to just let yourself drop down. 1 more here. And up. Over to the other side. 4 left. And then 1 last round of bicep curls before we stretch it out. Lift up nice and high. Here we go. 4. Rotate back up. 3. And up. Really using those obliques to squeeze. Keep that arm extended. Try to stay as balanced as you can. And 1. Back up. All right. Last round of biceps to finish off before we take it to our stretches. So once again, I'm going to go to those 15s. If your biceps and shoulders are tired, go ahead and drop this weight down a little to 10s or 5s even. Roll those shoulder blades back. Let's go for 8. Here we go. 8. Keep that chest lifted. 7. Stay as steady as you can. 6. Breathe through here. 5. Try not to swing through the lower back. 4. Squeeze your glutes together. 3. Almost there, almost there. Last 2. 2. 1 more here. 1. And lower it down. Grab a water break here. We're going to take this to some stretches on the mat. So just shake out those arms. Rehydrate. And let's go to a seated position. going to stretch out our hamstrings, sort of fold the leg in, right leg is extended, and just drop down just a little bit through the lower back here. So you're going to feel that lower back stretch. You'll notice I'm just taking this to my shin. It's up to you how far you go in the hamstring stretch. You should feel a gentle stretch in the hamstring and the lower back, but it shouldn't feel like your leg is shaking. It should just feel like a gentle stretch, elongating those hamstrings. Heart rate's going to come down as we're stretching. And bring this to an upright position. Let's take it over to the other side. Extending out, just gently pushing forward. Stretching through the lower back and the back of the thigh. Breathing through this. And take it back in. We're going to sit up nice and tall, lifting through the chest. So we're going to rotate through the trunk, taking the hand, outside of the hand against the leg, lifting through the chest. The chin stays parallel to the floor. Neutral position for the neck and chin. Twisting through the mid-back, getting that stretch. We're targeting the mid-back and the back of the shoulder blade. And bring it back to center. Let's take it over to the other side. Lifting up nice and tall. Imagine that there's a string pulling your chest up toward the ceiling. Nice, easy breathing here. And let's walk it back in. We're going to stretch out the upper back muscles. So let's take our right hand, place it behind, left hand, palm up, and we're going to reach. Now, if you need to slide that right hand back a little bit, that's okay. You want to push that arm up toward the ceiling, pressing the palm up, reaching upward. This one's going to feel pretty nice. It's going to run all down the upper back and the side. And lower that side down. So we're going to take our left hand, place it back, right arm up, reach over. Once again, you can slide that hand back a little bit more if you find that more comfortable. Press that palm up toward the ceiling, elongating through the lats. And lower it down. Let's stretch out our chest. Clasp your hands behind. Roll the shoulder blades back. Chin and neck are in a neutral position. We don't want to bob that head forward. Just keep that head back. Breathing through it. And we did a lot of shoulder work today, so let's walk those arms forward, stretch out the shoulders, anchor it in toward the chest, lifting up nice and tall in that seated position, pulling inward with the arms. So you should feel this in the front of the shoulder. And take it over to the other side, pulling inward, shoulder blades back and down, chest lifted, chin is neutral, and lower it down. Lastly, we're going to go into our neck stretch. Take your fingertips just above the ear, guide the head down to the side, take the opposite hand and weigh it down by pressing the palm down toward the floor. Nice, easy stretch through the side of the neck. So we're always just guiding with the hand that's on the head. We're not actively pulling. And lift up. Let's take it over to the other side. Fingertips just above the top of the ear. Guide the head down. Take the other hand, press it down toward the floor. Breathing through this. And lifting up. We're all done for today. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.